Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 4 that consists by Ripki Harpada, myself, and Widiloka. Our presentation is about planning an introduction chapter, basic outline, and taking notes. First and first, we're gonna talk about what is an outline. An outline is a general plan of the material in speech or paper. The outline show the order of various topic, the relative importance in speech or paper, and the relationship between the various parts. Why outline is important? Well, outline is important because one is idea of generation to help forming a structure. Three, creating coherence for setting and eliminating idea. 5, help finding direction. 6, make idea more linked. And the last one is make work is more contextual. This is a 3 level of outlining. You can see in there there are level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 outlining is useful for setting out the provision of a main section. In this form is make easier to calibrate outline with the target journal, checking out the name in appropriate way that a journal is for that journal, and proportion match for academic writing. Level 2 of outlining is means making additional content and structure decision. We do some checks on continually about content and structure that need make connection and direction in the paper. Level 3 outlining is a way developing a detail design for in the paper.
Okay, I will now explain about how to make an outline. Okay, so the first step to make an outline is create a thesis statement. If you are writing an essay for research paper, you will begin by writing a draft thesis statement. A thesis statement is a concise presentation of the main argument you will develop in your paper. Write the thesis statement at the top of your paper, and you can revise this later if needed. And the rest of your outline will include the main point and sub-point you will develop in each paragraph. The second step is identify the main ideas that relate to your thesis statement. It's more like deciding what points you would like to discuss during your paper. Based on reading and research you have already done, list the main point that you plan to discuss in your essay, and consider it carefully the most logical order and how each point support your thesis. These main ideas will become the topic sentence for each body paragraph. Step 3 is identifying the supporting point and evidence for each major idea. Each main point will be supported by supporting point and evidence that you have compiled from other research. Each piece of information from another source must be cited, whether you have quote directly, paraphrase, or summarize the information. The fourth step is create your outline. Outlines are usually created using a structure that clearly indicate main ideas and supporting point. There will be an example of outline. The main ideas are numbered, while the supporting idea are intended one level and labeled with letter, and each level of supporting detail is intended further. Okay, this is the sample outline you can say this as a template, for a basic outline. So this is a rough idea of a format an outline can have. The first main idea is labeled with Greek numeric. Is labeled as main idea, and the sub idea labeled with the alphabetic. You can see this secondary or supporting idea to main idea 1, and the sub idea is supported by the other supporting element. This look like a staircase that each stair supporting each idea each other, just like that. And this is a example of an outline. In this example, we will take a thesis statement of this, because globalization is an undeniable reality in today's world. A well-rounded Canadian education must include opportunities for students to study one or more language. This is a thesis statement, and below it is first, bilingualism is the norm for most of world people. Those who are not bilingual are easily left behind. And two, strong language education is a global norm, and Canada's weakness in this area should be remedied. These two is a main point that relate to a thesis statement. Thesis statement. Below the first main point, there is three other supporting point: statistic on bilingualism in the world, contrast between level of bilingualism in Europe area and North area, 3. Disadvantage created by low level of bilingualism in Canada. This is a supporting point that and an evidence for each major idea. This supporting point can be filled with a data or sample other researches for supporting the main idea. And now I will explain the definition of taking notes. Well, taking notes basically means is to record information about what's being said, happening, or being observed, especially by writing it down. Taking notes is required to fulfill two major functions: is to record information and or to aid reflection. Over and above the drawing of simple memory aids such a shopping list or a record of action such as diary, one of the major aims of note-taking is to build up stable external memory in a form that can be used at a later date. And why taking notes is important? Well, note-taking is important because it forces you to pay attention and help you focus on class or while reading textbook. Taking notes, there is 4 methods of taking notes. The first one is list, outlines, concept maps, and kernel method.
How to take note effectively? First, writing down the main points, then summarizing, condensing, and organizing the notes so that can be used when writing. In general, notes should be brief and to the point about what is expected from material by reviewing the learning outcomes listed. What is the assignment requires? Choose the most effective techniques. What to avoid when taking notes? Don't attempt to write everything down, just reflect the main themes. Aim to get the gist of the topics or the main points. Try to not get frustrated if you miss something out or come across something you didn't understand. Use the question mark to highlight the point in your notes and come back to it later. Don't lose track of your purpose in making the notes in the first place. Keep focus. Don't be concerned about whether anyone else could make sense of your notes. You are the only person who needs to read them. Then try to remember everything you read or heard in a tutorial session. It can be done. Don't forget to revisit and organize your notes and get them systematically arranged so that you can find the information you need when you want it. Don't forget to check you have completed friends when revise your note. This will save you a lot of time later on if you want to cite particular source of evidence. Don't be afraid to trying different way to taking note. Try list, colors, bullet point, underlining, highlight, and mind mapping. Experiment with various methods. Help you discover the technique that suits you. Don't take note all the time. Spend some time on tutorials, engaging with the tutor and other students, or just thinking about what you've done.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you everyone for your attention. If you have any question about our material, feel free to ask it in the comment section below. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.